Hello, this is going to be my last journal of this semester and it's going to be focused on the second unit, that is ethics and professionalism. First of all, I'm going to refer to my cycle planning. I then again didn't do it, so to improve my own objectives that were grammar, pronunciation, and fluency, most of all, um, I practice by reading text in English. In my case, a collection that I have by H.P. Lovecraft. So I was trying to get new vocabulary and immerse myself a bit more the grammar the grammar of native speakers. To improve pronunciation, I've been practicing with some videos that I see, some uh, news channels and stuff that are more casual and not so academic in a way because in my ELAB, I have faced situations in which my more elaborate vocabulary has not done very much for me. So instead of that, I'm trying to get more casual vocabulary since my students watch YouTube, watch movies, and they tend to have more doubts about common language than the more academic and sophisticated one. And beside of that, I've been practicing pronunciation with some friends that I have that are foreigners, mainly Americans and some British. So I've been trying to talk to them more often and trying to communicate in a more natural way in order to feel more confident and secure with my English and therefore being more fluent and sound more natural when speaking. Now, referring to the unit, I have to say that it has proved to be very useful because teaching is a complicated work when you talk about professionalism and ethics, mainly because there are so many interests involved when you're facing certain situations, like, for example, the standardized test. Speaking of that, it, for our task, we have to analyze ethical dilemmas, and the one that my group have to present refer to the standardized test that put us in the situation of a teacher that was ordered by the principal to deliberately tamper with the results in order to keep the good reputation and results that the school have. So that is a situation that is not very far from reality. That's something really common because schools nowadays are a business, and well, if you have a good reputation and you have, in our case, the academic excellences, you will be receiving more students. And if you receive more students, then you will be either being paid by more families or you will be receiving a bigger benefit from the state, depending if the school is private or public. So I believe that the unit helped me to see all these situations and understand more of the dilemmas that one can face during um, your stays on schools, and also helped me to have a more critical view of the situation. Now, also, I have to say that the unit helped me greatly on understanding what professional means, what are the boundaries that professionalism involves, what are all the behaviors and manners that uh, you have to take into consideration when you are talking about being a professional. Now, one thing that I have to say about the unit, about this part of the semester, is about the second reading seminar that I personally didn't like it, but I think it was useful because it involves a more group work than before. You have to organize with the other person and set kind of a role play. So you have to be really uh, connect with the other person to have a really good interaction that seems natural, not just two people reading a different papers and saying different lines. So even though I personally didn't like it, I believe that if we put it in a more simpler way with simpler texts and maybe shorter a bit, then it will be a really fun activity for schools where you will be fostering group work nowadays. And nowadays, kids are more individualistic than ever. So fostering a fun activity in which they have to cooperate and actually interact with each other and maybe find something that they share, it's something really good and you have to take notice of it. Well, this is now this was my last journal, and I just want to say that one last time, I really appreciate the insight that this unit gave me in regarding the concept of professionalism and what involves to be considered a professional. Thank you very much for listening. See you next semester.